All right, everybody, it's one of our top stories of the morning. Trump Plaza going up in smoke. There she blows. The former Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey was imploded this morning. Crowds watched from the boardwalk and surrounding streets as the 34-story tower was reduced to a pile of rubble. Trump Plaza, owned by Trump Entertainment Resorts, operated for 30 years before closing in 2014. After numerous financial setbacks, 4 bankruptcies and property sales, Trump Plaza was the last of 4 Atlantic City casinos to close in 2014. Joining us live is Fox News multimedia reporter Katie Byrne. Katie, you got to watch this happen. What was it like?
You know, it was my first implosion to watch in person, and I will say it happens faster than you think. As soon as they said the siren went off and it was coming down, it was about 5 or 6 booms, and then it just crumbled. And it probably only took a couple minutes to just come crashing down. But the Trump Plaza, it's gone now. It used to be right next to that white and black building. As you can see, it's not there anymore, and it went down around 9:07 this morning, actually a little late. They wanted to set it off, the implosion, which took about 3,000 dynamite sticks right at 9 a.m., but they actually held off because the mayor said there were some people watching from the Caesars parking garage who weren't supposed to be there, and they also said there was like an illegal drone flying around, so they held off for a few minutes, but ultimately it came down. And believe it or not, the Trump Plaza used to be a hot spot here in Atlantic City. It was one of 10 casinos on the boardwalk when it first opened in 1984, and I talked to some people here that were watching the implosion that said they had come and when it was the spot to be and they had gambled there, but ever since it closed in 2014, people who are locals here say that it's really been an eyesore for the town, and it was a goal of the mayor's to demolish it in his time in office, so that's what they did.
So, Katie, I'm hearing that some people paid to watch the implosion. Is that right?
Yeah, a lot of people, thousands of people actually. So here where I'm standing is part of the pier at the Caesars Resort and Casino, and I talked to the auctioneer who was running an auction here today where people paid for a VIP breakfast to watch the Trump implosion, and some people that I talked to said they paid about $600 for a table for 2 to eat breakfast and then come outside and stand with the media here on the balcony. It was busier this morning. Now I'm by myself, but this was packed and people were wearing masks and of course socially distancing as much as they could, but they wanted to see it in person, and all the money that they raised from that auction went to the Boys and Girls Club of Atlantic City. The auctioneer, I also asked him, you know, were the people who were buying these tickets, were they people who were, not fans of the former president, or were they, who were these people who were paying for this? And he said it was actually a mix. Initially, they wanted to have a button where whoever had the button could actually set off the implosion. And he said that there were some Trump supporters calling in to bid on being the ones to press that button so they could actually stop the demolition from happening.
$600 a ticket to watch the implosion. Wow, that's interesting. So what's going to happen with this case now?
So now they're not really sure what they're going to do with it. It's going to take until May, they said, for all the debris and what's left of the building to be fully cleaned up. But the mayor gave a little news conference after it all happened, and he said that he's hoping it turns into a family-friendly spot, maybe a parking garage for people who want to come enjoy the boardwalk and go to the casinos. But there have been talks about maybe like an indoor water park coming to the area, and he seems to be on board with that. There still aren't, real plans in the works yet, though. Another thing I wanted to mention, that on top of this auction here, there was actually a field about back that way, a few miles away, that people could drive up and pay $10 a car to watch this from there. And there was, I heard 4,500 cars could have fit in that lot. I'm not sure if they reached capacity, but all that money, the mayor said, will go towards the city's budget.
Yeah, so that was definitely the ticket of the morning, the event to see on the East Coast. And we had it live here on NewsNOW from Fox. As a matter of fact, you mentioned the Atlantic City Mayor's news conference. We've clipped both that and the implosion itself on YouTube. And so far, the mayor's news conference has more views. So that's kind of surprising this morning as well.
Yeah, he was a big advocate for demolishing this building when he was just, announced as the mayor about 13 months into him taking office. He said this is going to be one of his biggest goals, and he did it. So I think he was proud to be able to talk about something that he actually said he was going to do and then got it done.
Fox's Katie Byrne joining us live from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Thank you so much. I'm going to let everybody watch the video of the implosion one more time.
We are adding an aggregate material with a meltdown mixture on the roadways there too. So
thank you.
Out and about.
Thank you for you and for your team out there. And I will remind everyone too, we should scoot on over when we see you all doing your work so we're not hurting anybody trying to help us out. Appreciate you. Emily Black with TxDOT. Thank you for what you do and thanks for your time. At 42 minutes after the hour, we'll take a live look at Buc-ee's over in Pearland, I believe. The Shadowy Creek Parkway? No. All right. We'll be right back.
I'm Sharon Simmons Cantrell. After an